we recorded, we released Summer George August 25th. It's been doing really good. We've been really blessed to, you know, just a lot of the response was amazing. The songs, the artists, even right now we're at Flavor Fest, and a lot of the artists have hit us up and told us that this is like one of their favorite CDs. So all around, we've really not heard too much negative feedback about it. But you know, we're happy with it. You know, it's crazy because for a lot of people, this is the first CD that they hear from us, and that's good. And a lot of people say we came out of nowhere, which, you know, the thing is we've been building, and now when the time came, we dropped something on them, and it was like, boom, this is Social Club. So you know, it's been doing really good, and we're really happy to see the response and what God's doing with it. It's pretty dope.
It's crazy because, I mean, we talk all the time about random subjects and stuff, but just talking about playback value, it's funny because these kids, the stuff that they say about it, they're still listening to it right now. It came out a couple months ago, and you see stuff on Twitter like if it came out yesterday, and it's just unbelievable. Like the playback value that these kids are telling us it has, it's unbelievable. We would have never thought. Yeah.
And I mean, we did a lot of stuff that's different with it that we've never done. The way we kind of promote our stuff. I mean, we're lucky to have tons of people that claim Misfit, say, you know, identify with that. So, you know, that's our family right there.
Absolutely.
And so they love it, and then it's been successful in trying to add more Misfits, and God's just been amazing. And you know, we're just trying to be faithful with what the platform that God's given us, and with kids who can identify with us, because, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that, you know, have a similar testimony or story that we have. And so we're trying to reach those kids, and it's just been amazing. God's just been doing some awesome things. So, and Rapzilla dropped it. It was on social. It was Rapzilla.com/SOG, and it was dope. And we, you know, released it. We've released our first song to them. Remember that?
Absolutely.
Steven Solis from Rapzilla hit us up and said, "Yeah, Exodus," and was like, "Let's drop a song from you guys." I didn't want to at first. I wanted to just, you know. And from there, they've just been a huge support for us, and like family to us. So it's amazing. And so one of the things we wanted to do is say, hey, you know, we love you guys. You guys supported us so much.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do it through you and filter it, and, you know, let's see what happens. And it was amazing. So Social Club from New York. You know, F.E.R.N, his family, and we all come from New York. So one thing that's in New York, there's this thing called social clubs. It's still around. In Europe, they're around. In London, I went there 2 weeks ago, and it was still around. And social clubs are a place where people can come together. Usually it's like guys' social club. Guys will come together, they play cards, they drink. It's just really a place where people get together. So we wanted to use that concept of coming together, just accountability, just being honest. You know, it's something when you're with your brothers, and you have somebody who loves you, you know that brotherly love, and you're like, hey, I gotta tell you something. I'm struggling. And so one thing that we wanted to do is create this environment of open conversation, of accountability, of just, you know, a centerpiece for the gospel. And so, you know, the social clubs back in the day were really focused around, you know, the mafia and girls stripping, and they use all these bad things. And so we were like, you know, let this be the center of where we preach the gospel, coming from an authentic point of view.
Absolutely. Just want to be able to, like, not just be one-dimensional. We want to be able to cross over and reach different genres. Not only, like, we love who we represent. We love Jesus Christ with all our hearts, but we want to be able to reach people who don't know Him.
Yeah,
we want to be able to talk to them and just embrace them.
Yeah, and you know what I think about us is Social Club is something where it kind of just happened, and it was great to see that it just happened. You know, just me and F.E.R.N meeting, and the whole meeting process, it was just, you know, I met F.E.R.N at a radio station, we hit up on Twitter, and it was just cool. God just kind of connected this whole thing together, and so. And I actually forgot what I was going to say. So
I got you. I'm going to tie this in.
Tied.
Like, you guys the only people who, like, just been rapping and stuff like that. Like, Marty had his own thing going on. You know, he could be a solo artist. He was doing his solo thing. I was doing my solo thing. So it's not easy for two dudes who potentially could have been successful on a solo tip to get together, you know, with egos and pride and things of that nature that go on in this game, to be able to combine our situations and to make social clubs. So I know that was a God thing, because that the group thing was I've never been in a group, you know what I'm saying? I've always just, you know, just put out some music, and it was always something that I did.
It just gotta happen. They didn't see it. You know, they always joke around about us. The thing is this, we do life music. We don't do music that is like centered around anything except for our lives. And you know, the Bible says something cool. It says, you know, they overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of the testimony. And so really what we talk about is life, you know, everything from life. You know, you're gonna hear the real deal with us, and we don't hold any punches. And I think that when we first started, we kind of were like, we're gonna be the guys who are ourselves first off and don't care what rappers think. I think that when people get in this industry, they think, or this genre, they're like, I want to impress everyone. Like, I want them, like, it's like they email us their music, like, we're going to do something for them. When we can't. And at the end of the day, we were always like, let's make music for the kids, for the people who need it. And I don't care what anybody else does, because at the end of the day, we're gonna focus our attention on them. And and what happened was, we focused on the Misfits and the kids that, you know, didn't feel that they fit in. And what began to happen is a movement that had to be recognized, and it's still growing. You know, it's still growing. It's crazy. Like, we go places and we'll see a Misfit shirt at Disney, and we're like, how do you? Absolutely. Or like, today we're at a coffee shop, and a guy who's not Christian is like, you know, I don't go to church. I don't mess with that. But the whole Misfit message, he's like, you know, I love it. Just something about that, and what that begins to be is, F.E.R.N always says, is a
conversation piece.
Yeah.
It's like a bridge, man. Like, no pun intended, but it is. It's the bridge that connects us. You know, like, not everybody could just sit down and just listen to a straight thread of Christian music. I'm not saying that I can, or I'm not saying it's a bad or good thing. I'm just saying that's a fact. So at the end of the day, I feel like through life music and just being transparent, just saying what you go through and saying what you see in life, like, I feel like that's what they need sometimes. Through the perspective of the love of Christ, I don't see how I could lose.
Yeah, and you know, so it's crazy when we started out being ourselves, and that's all it is. We just started out being ourselves. We haven't changed. I mean, we've grown, but we're being ourselves, and so that's really what it is, just being ourselves. And now it's cool because people have always consistently said to us, you know, it's like, you guys don't care about anything, you know, like, not in a negative way, in the sense of, hey, we don't care about what we do. We do care about what we do, but it's like, you don't care what anybody says. You have a message, and you're gonna tell it, and you don't care. You don't hold punches. You don't try to edit it. You just tell the real deal, and they respect that, because, you know, F.E.R.N has a past. You know, he went to prison. I have a past. My testimony. You know, and so when you combine them together, it's just life music. So if you can relate to life and things and heartbreak and friends that, you know, disappointments and people and just things that happen, good and bad, you're gonna identify with Social Club. And so, if anything, really, it's the Misfit movement of kids that say, you know what, I don't fit in, and I never did. I'm not the popular kid. I'm not the kid who, you know, is the smartest. I might be the kid who's, you know, 21 and I like Legos. Like, that's who we are. We encourage Misfits and people to be themselves. That's all it is. We want you to be yourselves, who God created you to be. That's the movement. The movement is the movement of people who say, you know, I don't fit in. So we take those and we say, you do fit in with us. We're the group, the gang of Misfits, and we're one huge family. It's crazy to see all the testimonies of people who have, you know, related, and God's just amazing. It's all about souls at the end of the day. That's all it is about, and how creatively we can reach your friend, or how creatively can we reach the kid who's never heard of Christian music or might not know of Christian rap.
And it's crazy because, you know, we rap and we're just creative beings, you know, like, I'm not saying don't question the methods and things of that nature, but I mean, we're going to be creative. The things that we're going to do are not going to be what normal people do. Yeah. We're just going to make sure to always think outside the box, push the envelope. It's just what we do, but we do it in the honor and to the glory of God. Absolutely. So that's all. That's just all in a nutshell. That's it.
Nutshell. I mean, it's a bunch of things we're really planning on. There's so much. A lot of stuff, you know, is kind of under wraps. We want to develop it more. Whenever we release something, we want to be like, this is it. You know, and so we have so many ideas. Right now, we're trying to focus and narrow down. Expect more videos. Expect some singles coming out soon with some of our favorite people. We're going to be dropping an album that's a little while from now. You know, and another thing, I think the main thing that is our focus is, how do we bring Misfits together in this community of people? How do we connect them to each other? How do we reach more people and bring them in? Because for us, I know me and F.E.R.N always talk about this, there is kids that, you know, haven't heard Social Club or heard the message of the gospel or heard you know, any one of our friends who do music, and they need to be reached. So our goal for us is how do we reach them, and how do we get in? And so that's really the focus of us, is how do we influence them, or how do we get somebody to reach them? And so the main focus at the end of the day, the vision of Social Club, is to win souls and to see lives changed. And so for us, more projects, more videos, just some crazy stuff that I can't even announce, but I want to. Kind of stinks because like we have some stuff that is gonna blow your mind. New shirts, you know, everything, man. It's gonna be new merch, new. I don't know. Why can't we tell them?
I mean, we'll keep it under wraps, but y'all be the first to know. I promise that. Yeah. So you know, at the end of the day,
we usually announce on Twitter too. Like we announce on Twitter. Obviously, we're always gonna give it to, you know, different outlets to tell people, but expect the unexpected, because you're not gonna know what hits you. And if anything, you know, I know that I've had the experience growing up where like I went to church. I'm gonna tie it all in, but I used to go to church and I would be like, man, like I'm embarrassed to bring my friend here. You know. And so one thing about us is we're gonna create something that you're gonna be like, I need to tell my friend about this.
I can come here.
And this is gonna be the topic of how I preach the gospel. That's our goal. Absolutely. So that's what Social Club is about. We don't care what anybody says. We do whatever God, you know, has laid on our hearts to be. And you know, it's crazy because we get a bad name of doing whatever we want, but at the end of the day, we don't care how anybody thinks about us as long as God thinks. As long as God loves us, and you know, we think, how does God see us? Because we don't need man's approval, because that's, who cares if they like us if God is not happy? And that is the main focus. So that's why we don't care what people think. That's why we're Social Club. This should be an interview because people need to know we love coffee, eggs.
Tampa, man.
Yeah, we love coffee. We should be from Seattle, where we drink coffee.
Breakfast Boys.
They called, that was the original name for Social Club, was Breakfast Boys.
Are you for real?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. We love Cracker Barrel.
No, you know what? The Breakfast
Boys.
That's true. It's true. The Cracker Barrel part's absolutely true.
We had two names.
True.
We had the Breakfast Boys and the Christian Rangers.
Yeah.
But we felt like that was too Christian.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we went to Breakfast Boys next, and then like we had some copyright issues.
Yeah, because the Breakfast Club, and we were like Breakfast Club, and then how about like
now there was a group called Breathless Club.
Breathless Club.
And
the Breathless Club.
It clashed. So.
Yeah, but they were like emo, you know, kind of what we do. But yeah, so then we went from Breakfast Club to Breathless Club to Social, like you were Social Club. Social Club. We said it like at the same time. It was crazy.
That's how it came out.